say, it's just not the book, not only the books. We provide a lot of other stuff that people come to us for. A lot of the people that come to us don't actually come solely for the books. They come for everything else that we kind of give them.
It is a library. It's a community library. So we offer community services. But a lot of our people come to read books. It's an escapism. It's a form of being able to, one, imagine being on the streets 24 hours and aside from trying to survive and meet the needs that you have in terms of food and necessities, then what? What is it that you get to do after that point?
It's very important. It's something to escape into and to escape out of the everyday realities of life, and something to concentrate my mind, escape from my demons in my head, give me something to concentrate on. I generally read thrillers, and as in crime detection and that sort of thing. I went through a long phase of liking MC Beaton. Apparently she's the most popular library author of all of them. And Ruth Rendell and J.K. Rowling. You're kind of immersing yourself in another world. No, I wouldn't be able to cope without my books. I think I'd go quietly mad or loudly mad. And plus you get to know the staff. They're very nice people. And they're like friends. It's a closer thing to friends that you make when you're homeless, because you see them every week.
Sometimes it's about giving people the opportunity to be able to create something and do something, or even if it's just about escaping in a book for 10 minutes to escape the harsh reality that they're having to live in. You can go anywhere you want to go in a book. You can go on the sea, you can go on an adventure, you can go anywhere, or you can learn about factual things, politics, anything that's going on in the world. Where would they get that from if we weren't providing this service?
It's very difficult for people who are living on the streets or do not have a permanent address to actually provide some form of ID, which still, unfortunately, is often required to be able to actually join and get the most out of the facilities that libraries offer. They're closing at quite an alarming rate across the country, and so we're offering something which is there for everybody to use for free.
A normal library shuts its services to our readers. They have to provide ID. They have to provide addresses and things like that they can't provide or don't want to. Some people aren't able to provide addresses and things like that because of safety and vulnerability. We take that part of that away, so there isn't any restrictions in what they can access our services for. We don't ask for names, we don't ask for addresses, and we don't ask for any personal details if they don't want to give them. It's completely anonymous, which means they get to go and get a book and read a book that they probably wouldn't have had access before. It's a lot about access to things that they're restricted for no reason.
You're simply not allowed unless you've got utility bills, proof of address. It's like applying for a passport, really, applying for a library book, which is outrageous.
There's quite a few people that sort of wait for us to arrive, and we're sort of steamrollered some mornings when we arrive, particularly on a Saturday. But it's not just for the books. A lot of it's for the reading glasses that we give out. Is just for their day-to-day use, really, because they can't. You need to be able to see to do mostly anything. So we do have big readers that sort of read a book every day. Like they take 6 or 7 and read them, one after the other kind of thing. We do have people come to us that are doing are doing it for education purposes. They'll come to learn, like, they come to us asking. We can't always provide the books they're asking for. We do try to obtain them, so it's not just like passing the time. They're actually trying to improve themselves, carry on as they were before, but also educate themselves.
I love to read purely and simply for escapism and entertainment and a good laugh on some occasions. I am disabled and often my circumstances are not particularly pleasant, and so it's a joy to escape from them. I've got other ambitions. I love to learn from my reading. I like to learn, for example, about the London of Charles Dickens, or the Jazz Age and the prosperity that led ultimately to the Wall Street crash in America. Most important of all, I love to share literature. I love to talk with other people about the pleasures that they've got from the books.
We have had people read books, access books on our library, and it's given them the momentum and the encouragement to go back to college and to take a course that they wouldn't have thought possible before. We've had people go back into work via reading on our library and their interests and things like that. We have a reader that comes and borrows books off our library, spends time with us. We have conversations with all the time. He has a book on poetry about homelessness, which is really tear-jerking because it's good to read and get someone else's sense of what that is like. And yeah, we're very proud of that book.
Fighting and stabbing, knowing severe wounds will incapacitate might. Screaming and falling, streaming blood rushing from sliced veins sparks fear. Pumping and oozing, escaping liquid fading a cacophonous ambience near. Bleeding and dripping, spreading silent crimson venturing across concrete. Burning and dying, disappearing light flickers death on a stationary feet. Shadows and darkness grasping for breath beneath before mortality takes a state. Life curtailed by impetuous decisions fools take the knife.
It is an ancient mariner, and he stoppeth one of three. By thy long grey beard and glittering eye, now wherefore stopp'st thou me? The bridegroom's doors are opened wide, and I am next of kin. The guests are met, the feast is set, mayst hear the merry din.
I took my power in my hand and went against the world. It was not so much as David had, but I was twice as bold. I aimed my pebble, but myself was all the one that fell. Was it Goliath was too large, or only I too small?
I think that Robert Graves was right. Most important of all, a distinguished book is, as he says, like a medicine chest. It can prevent you from feeling unwell in mind or body because it can lift your spirits so much. I feel that the service from these marvellous book fans and their very committed, caring staff are an essential. I would feel very, very deeply disappointed if in any way the services were to be curtailed, because I use them twice a week, every week. Please may they continue.